Hello everybody. Today in this handwriting session we are going to practice the hardest letter of them all, in my opinion, and that is the letter F, which makes the F sound. Here it is. Now it is a tricky letter and we often struggle with this one, but we're going to practice and we'll get better at it. Remember that for this session you'll need either plain paper or a whiteboard and lined paper so you can practice writing on the lines. Also, a handwriting pen or a sharp pencil would be lovely. Okay, so let's make a start. Okay, so the letter F is part of our curly letter handwriting family, and I'm just going to draw a letter C first, going up, round in a curve, back, round and hook. And this will help us to compare the two letters, and this will hopefully give you a really good idea of what the letter F looks like. So starting in the same position, up, high, above the letter C, so it's a tall letter, we curve round, back round, and then down, nice and straight, and under, into a loop, and hook. You'll notice the hook finishes a bit higher than the letter C, and so that is our letter F. So we're going to practice now in stage 1. So I've got my 6 dots ready, and these will act as starting points. So up, curve round, back where we came from, and then down and under, loop and hook. There we go. So let's try that again. So up, curve round, down and under, loop and hook. Up into the sky, back round, down and under, loop and hook. So we're going to do 6 of these. Don't worry too much about size. Just really concentrate on moving your pen or pencil in the right direction and when forming this letter. Make sure that it's a nice tall letter. So if you do a small one, it still needs to be taller than if you were doing a letter A, for example. So down, loop and hook. And there we go, that was stage 1. So our next step is on lined paper then. So we start on the line, we go up, high and curve, back, down and under, loop and hook. I'm going to do another one again, so starting on the line, up, curve, down, under, loop and hook. And this is what a bad one would look like. So you can see that it's not tall enough. The common mistake at school is to do the letter F the same height as the letter C or the letter A, but it's actually a tall letter, as tall as the letter H. So let's practice doing 6 of those then. So on the line, up, curve, down and under, loop and hook. On the line, up, curve, down and under, loop and hook. Really focusing on getting that letter F nice and tall, taller than what your smaller letters would be. Now this is a really hard letter, so I'm going to just practice doing more than 6, I think, because I just need that practice. And you can do as many as you want. Now that I've finished, I'm going to choose the one that I think is the neatest, and you can tick the one that you think is the neatest from yours. And if we're ready, we'll go into stage 3. So let's start just by seeing that common mistake again then. This is not going tall enough with our letter F's. You can see they're all quite short and they should be nice and high and nice and tall. So look at the letter A and now look at the F compared to the letter A. You can see that it's much taller. There's the word fan, so it's a lot taller than the letter N as well. So let's practice doing 6 sets of 3 F's joined together. So start on the line, up, curve, down and under, loop, hook into the next F, loop, hook, up, curve, down and under, loop and hook. Try to get the top of your letters the same height when you're joining them, so the 3 letters should be the same height, and also the loops should be a similar size underneath the line too. You don't want to have one big loop and one small loop. Try and get them the same size, and this will look neater for your writing. So I've got 5 done. I'm going to carry on. So on the line, up, curve, down and under, loop, hook, up, curve, down and under, loop, hook, up, curve, down and under, loop and hook. I'm going to keep going because these are tricky and I need to get a bit more practice. You can see that loop wasn't quite the same size, so I'm just going to have another go trying to get the loops underneath the line the same size so that it's consistent and easy on the eye for the reader. Right, I'm going to tick my favourite one. Have a go at ticking yours. Look for your neatest, one where the letters are all the same height and the loops are all the same size. Stage 4 then. We're going to have practice with our style. We're going to develop our style. And the sentence I want you to write today is, where did this fluff come from? So there's lots of practice here for the letter F. Where did, or curly letter, handwriting family there for the D, curling round, up, down and hook. Where did this, be careful with that letter S as we curl around, making sure your letter S isn't too tall. Fluff, nice high F, as high as your L. And here's 2 Fs that are joined together. Going up, down, under, loop and hook. Where did this fluff come from? Another F now, so up, curve, down and under, loop, hook into the letter R. And there we go. Where did this fluff come from? I'm going to add a slant to this sentence now, so I'm going to turn my page to help me. I'm going to write the same sentence a bit smaller. Where did this fluff come from? And you don't have to practice with a slant. You can do what you think is the neatest for your writing and the style that you want to have. If you want to slant the other way, you could just do 4 sentences slanting backwards, or you could just do 4 sentences with no slant, or 4 sentences quite small. It's up to you. You practice, you choose the style you want and practice that style lots and lots. So where did this fluff come from? So I'm just going to experiment a bit more now. I'm going to write the same sentence but a bit smaller using the same forward slant. And this is the time to experiment. This is the time where the content of what we're writing isn't important, and we can experiment a little bit and see what style, find what style's right for us and which one you like to do the most, which one comes easier when you're writing, which one looks neater in your opinion. And that's what stage 4 is all about, as well as practicing the letter F within the sentence. So think about what you would like to do in your next sentence, how you would like to practice it. I'm going to experiment a bit further and go even smaller with my writing and see what that looks like. It might be too small in the end. I might decide never to write like that again. But I'm just experimenting, and that is what we're doing in this stage of our handwriting session. There we go. So I'm going to choose the letter which I think is the neatest, the letter F. Give that little tick. You can do that to yours. I'm also going to choose the sentence, the style that looks the neatest. I quite liked my last sentence, so I've ticked that one. Which one have you ticked? Well done everybody. How did you get on? That was a tricky one, and don't worry if you're not quite there yet with the letter F. You just need to practice, and you will get there. Alright then, see you later then, bye bye.